Hello children, good morning you all. We have done with our lesson of the unit about freedom movement. That is what we learned. Struggle towards freedom. We learned about struggle towards freedom. And now next lesson is, in the first lesson what we learnt was how the Britishers entered our country and how they were able to start their rule in our country and how they ill-treated the people of India. Okay. And then how these people were able to expand their empire in India and how they made our country the poor country. Okay. And how this was revolted, how this was opposed by the Indians, and how the struggle for freedom began. Indians wanted to be free from the British, so they started the freedom movement. So yesterday only we have celebrated our Independence Day. So now you will know first how the movement started, why the Independence Day is so important for us, you came to know. Okay, now you will know how hard work the people did to get this kind of independence for us. How the great leaders of our country worked too hard, sacrificed everything for the sake of the freedom. The freedom which we are enjoying now, it is not the simple thing, children. It is the result of lot of sacrifices, lot of hard work. Understand? So we have to preserve it and we have to respect it. Okay. Now our lesson towards freedom struggle is over, and now next lesson, that is 16th lesson, it is freedom struggle. How the freedom struggle started, who were the leaders, what all they did for our country, we are going to study. In our next lesson, Independent India, or how India became free, everything we are going to study. Understand? First, country means what? Nation. Country means nation. And national identity. What is country? It is a nation. What is called nation? Just a piece of land. India, one part of Asia. It is a piece of land, so we call it a nation? No, it is not like that. A nation, in olden days, nation is used to mean race, group of people. But here, in nowadays context, nation doesn't stand for only the group of people. Nation means a country, nation means its people. Nation means its progress. Nation means its education. Nation means everything. As our family is so important for us, as every member of the family is important for us, as we take care of every member of the family, so we live together, we be all together one. Same way, the nation is also a family where all the people of the country live together without any harm or without causing any harm to each other. Understand? So, the nation should have its own boundary. A nation should have its states, its own administrative head. Understand? And it should have its geographical border. అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ దాకా ఇది ఇండియా అనేది ఒక మ్యాప్ అనేది ఉంది కదా మనకి. అలాంటి అన్ని ఫిక్స్డ్ లయబిలిటీస్, అన్ని ఫిక్స్డ్ ఐడెంటికల్ points we should have to call any country a nation. So, in the past, the word nation was used as a synonym of race in English language. In olden days, the word nation was used as a meaning for race. It was only from about the time of the Industrial Revolution that its meaning changed gradually to include all people speaking a common language, having common cultural traditions, and living within a defined geographical area. So, after the Industrial Revolution in European countries, the meaning from race to nation is changed. Now, what it means? It means the geographical area, a particular piece of land where people speak common language, they follow common religion, they speak common language, they celebrate common festivals, etc. But it is not the same in case of India. India has, though it is a single country, it has so many states based on their languages. Every country or every state in India speaks a different language. But one thing I tell you, all the states in India celebrate all the festivals, understand, but in their own way. Slight change is there in the celebration. For example, Dasara. We celebrate Dasara in Telangana as what? Batkama Pandaga. In Gujarat, they celebrate it as Navratri. In Maharashtra also Navratri. In West Bengal, they celebrate it as Durga Puja. And same way Pongal, Sankranti. In many parts of the country, it is celebrated as Sankranti. In Tamil Nadu, Pongal. Understand? In this way, with the slight change, same festivals will be celebrated everywhere. Though we have different languages in each state, though we have so many differences regarding food habits, regarding dressing, regarding language, regarding celebrations, even then we all live in one country and we all are one. If any time comes, we all come together and fight for the nation. This is our specialty. We are secular state. Secular state means all the people are free to follow any religion, free to speak any language, etc. So ours is different. Here I am giving you the meaning of nation, that it is a piece of land which has geographical border and the people speaking common language, following common cultural activities, etc. But it is with India little different. We have unity in a diversity. Lot of differences are there in climatical condition, landforms, cultural events, languages, way of dressing. Even then we all are united, one. The word nation gradually came to denote not only the racial, linguistic or cultural, but also geographical and political identity. So in this way, not only cultural or physical or any other, even political identity is also made clear for the nation. So India is a vast country, just now I told you, multiracial, multilingual and multi-religious population, but with prominent geographical features which separate it from the rest of Asia. Her common religious and cultural traditions too have created a unity in diversity. Just now I told India, a vast country in Asia, though it is separated from Asia due to its special qualities. Multilingual. Multi means many. Multi ante many. Lingual ante languages. Multilingual people are here. The people who speak different languages. Multiracial. Many races are there. Many religious people are there. We have Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, understand, Christians, all the religion people are there. Understand, we belong to different group of sect. Understand. Even then we are one, we are united. However, it was only on a very few occasions in history that the whole country was politically united. Thus, while culturally and geographically the people of the country have been conscious of their Indian identity since ancient times, the awareness of their political identity as a nation grew only after establishment of the British Empire in India, when they became familiar with the Western idea of nationalism. So, right from the ancient times, though there are so many differences in India regarding food habits, culture, religion, everything, even then they felt one. But this feeling of nationalism was developed only after the coming of the British to India, after the British rule in India. Why? Because then the Indians came to know, till then they are free, though they are ruled by particular king, small provinces, everything. But even then they felt very safe in their hands. But when once the British started ruling our country, they started feeling insecure, unsafe. Why? Because they are not concentrating on profit of the Indians, on any welfare of the Indians. They are not doing any good things for Indians. Only thing they are concentrated was taking away the wealth of India to their country, England. That is how the Indians felt insecure. Then they understood the value of nationalism, value of their own country. Thus, after the British rule, people came to know about the importance of their country, its freedom. So, the feeling of nationalism, the respect for their own country or feelings for their own country developed only after the British rule. Then the rise of nationalism. India's struggle against the British rule started with the outbreak of 1857 revolt, followed by civil rebellion. At that time, Indian society had firm belief on traditional authority and customs. The Western education introduced by the British in India was showing its impact. So, when the nationalism began to be felt by the Indians, only after the revolt of 1857. After that, what happened, you know? In India, people started thinking about how to face the British, how to how to fight them, etc. Then they started civil rebellion, means fights among themselves. Rebellion means fight. They started fighting with each other on the basis of religion, on the basis of some other rich and poor, etc. This was not to be done. At that time, so when all these things were happening in India, that time the condition of India was very bad, children, to tell you. Means the India was strongly believed in superstitions. The effect of superstitions was more on the Indians. Traditional belief and customs, మన పద్ధతులు, మన ఆచారాలు, వ్యవహారాల గురించి చాలా వాడు రిజిడ్ ఉండేవాళ్ళు. వాళ్ళు చేంజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి రెడీ లేకుండే. అంటే when we want to bring change in the society, first we change ourselves. మనము వేరే వాళ్ళలో చేంజెస్ కనుక్కోవాలంటే మనం ఫస్ట్ చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి. మనలో ఉన్న బ్యాడ్ థింగ్స్ని పోగొట్టుకుంటే we become good, then we can try to improve others, remove others mistakes. First we should not do those mistakes. Okay, so the situation of India was very bad. So many educated Indians came forward, and when they studied they came to know that if we want to fight the British, first we have to remove these kind of superstitions, andhavishwasalu, మూఢనమ్మకాలు ని తీసేయాలి. Indians should become educated, they thought. And by then, Britishers introduced English medium education in India, which we are following now. Understand? So it was a common language where people can meet and express their ideas. It was good actually. It was felt by some of the Indian leaders also. So before that, what all bad qualities were prevailing in India, they must remove them. Understand? For that, the Indian people started thinking independently in their own way. Many associations and organizations were formed. Large number of reforms took place. Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Keshav Chandra Sen, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Narayan Guru, Mrs. Annie Besant and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan were the major reformers who tried to eradicate social evils. So for this purpose, India should be free from social evils. Evils means bad practices. Social evils means the bad practices present in the society are called social evils. What are social evils? Social evils are the bad practices present in the society. So so we have to reform our society. We have to change our society according to the need of the day. Unless we remove all, మనమేమో అందులోనే మునిగిపోతాము. ఆ ఆచారాలు, ఈ వ్యవహారాలు, ఆ పండుగలకు నేను నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలనే గురించి ఆలోచననే లేదు. అవన్నీ రిమూవ్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు మనం నేషన్ గురించి ఆలోచించగలుగుతాము అనే ఒక స్ట్రాంగ్ బిలీఫ్ ఈ లీడర్స్. ఎవరెవరు? సోషల్ రిఫార్మర్స్. హూ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ సోషల్ రిఫార్మర్స్? ద పీపుల్ హూ వాంట్ టు బ్రింగ్ చేంజెస్ ఆర్ రిఫార్మ్ ఇన్ ద సొసైటీ, టు ఫార్మ్ అగైన్ ద సొసైటీ neatly, purely, they are called social reformers. Such social reformers are Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and many more. And so let us know what are the social evils prevailing in our country. The social evils were sati system, child marriage, idol worship, religious fights. These all should be removed. What is sati system? Sati system means in olden days the man had the right to marry any times, any number of times, but the girl only one time. And they were ignorant people. They did not know what is right and what is wrong. So what happened? If the man loses his wife, or if a person's wife is died, he could marry again. But they did not see any age gap and all. 30 years man, 30 years of age man can marry 10 years girl children. So by the time that girl becomes young, the man dies. Man becomes old and he dies. Small girl will be married to a big man, aged person. So by the time that girl becomes little big, the man dies due to age factor. At that time, what was the system? So if a girl's or woman's husband dies, women also should be died along with the husband's dead body. How? If the man is died, that day woman will be made up లైక్ ఏ బ్రైడ్ లాగా మేకప్ చేసుకోవాలి, కొన్ని మొత్తం గాజులు, కొత్త పట్టు చీర అన్నీ. దెన్ షీ విల్ బి మేడ్ టు సిట్ ఆన్ చితా. యు నో చితా, the arrangement of the logs wood on which dead body is burned, and she is made to sit on it, and that dead person's dead body is kept on her lap, ame kaala meeda pedtaru, and fire is set. Appudu manta pettestaru. Along with that dead body, this girl alive she dies. So horrible it is. So Raja Ram Mohan Rai struggled hard to remove this bad practice from the society. Then parda system among the Muslims. Burqa lo undali. While Muslim girls are not allowed to go to school, even others also. When I was small, even I too faced this problem. After 10th, they never used to send the girls to school. But with my own determination, I studied more. Otherwise, ladies were not allowed to go to school. This was one more drawback. Then widows. దాని తర్వాత ఏమైందంటే ఈ హస్బెండ్ చనిపోయిన తర్వాత సతీ సిస్టమ్ మొత్తము తీసేశారనమాట, రిమూవ్ చేశారు. దాని తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు హస్బెండ్ చనిపోతే వైఫ్ అలాగే ఉండిపోతుంది. ఆమె ఎవరితో పెళ్లి చేసుకోవద్దు, ఆమె మంచి డ్రెస్ వేసుకోవద్దు, మంచి బ్యాంగిల్స్ వేసుకోవద్దు, బొట్టు పెట్టుకోవద్దు, ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ ఉండే అప్పట్లో. అలాంటిది ఆమెకి మళ్ళీ మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకుంటే ఆమె ఫ్యామిలీ సెటిల్ అవుతుంది అనే ఒక ఉద్దేశము వీళ్ళలో వచ్చేసింది, నేషనల్ లీడర్స్లో, సోషల్ రిఫార్మర్స్లో. సో దే ఇంట్రడ్యూస్డ్ విడో రీమ్యారేజ్ సిస్టమ్, ఉమెన్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్, అండర్స్టాండ్. అండ్ దే సెడ్ ఐడల్ వర్షిప్ ఈజ్ నాట్ గుడ్. మూర్తి పూజ, మనం ఇంట్లో దేవుణ్ణి పెట్టుకుని పూజ చేస్తాం కదా, అది వద్దు అన్నారు. కానీ అది చాలా మట్టుకు మనము ఒప్పుకోలేదు. మన మనసులో దేవుడు ఉండాలి, మంచి పనులు చేయడమే దేవుడిని పూజ చేసినట్టు అని వాళ్ళు అనుకున్నారన్నమాట. సో క్యాస్ట్ సిస్టమ్, రిలీజన్, నా రిలీజన్ పెద్దది, నీ రిలీజన్ చిన్నది, ఇలాంటి ఫీలింగ్స్ ఉండేవి. ఎన్నో పిచ్చి పిచ్చి మొక్కులు అవి చేసేవారు. ఈ సూపర్స్టిషన్స్, అంధవిశ్వాసాలు, మూఢనమ్మకాల్ని పోగొట్టి మనం సొసైటీకి పైకి తేవాలి, ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయాలి అనే ఉద్దేశంతో వీళ్ళందరూ సోషల్ రిఫార్మర్స్ వర్క్డ్ హార్డ్, అండ్ దే మేడ్ దర్ ఓన్ అసోసియేషన్స్ అండ్ ఆల్. Traders and businessmen opened modern mills and factories. Indians started their own schools. They held meetings to attract the attention of the rulers of to their problem and need. Everybody wanted freedom from oppressive British rule. So in this way, people became aware. They came to know what bad things British are doing with them. So once they removed all the bad practices, evil practices from the society, they now turned towards the freedom of our country. They badly needed freedom from the British. And for that they started forming the associations and all, organizations and all. And one main organization they formed, about which we are going to study tomorrow. So this is about only the introduction part. And reform, social reform movement in India was started, and many such bad practices were abolished, eradicated from the society, removed from the society. But it was not done easily, children. These people were very much hard work they did. బికాస్ సొసైటీలో చాలా చాలా ఏళ్ల నుంచి నడిచే ఆచారాలన్నీ తొలగించడం అంటే చాలా కష్టమైన పని. అందరూ ఒప్పుకోరు తొందరగా. కాబట్టి మెల్లమెల్లగా దాన్ని చేయాలంటే కూడా చాలా ఏళ్ళు పట్టింది. వాళ్ళని చంపేయడానికి కూడా రెడీ అవుతే రాజారాం మోహన్ రాయ్ వెళ్ళి ఇంగ్లాండ్లో ఉన్నారు, అక్కడే చనిపోయారన్నమాట. భయంతో ఇండియాకి రానేలేదు. ఇలాంటి ఎన్నో ప్రసంగాలు ఫేస్ చేసి వీడు మన సొసైటీ బాగుపడేందుకు వర్క్ చేశారు. సచ్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ దే ఫేస్డ్ అండ్ దే ట్రైడ్ టు మేక్ అవర్ society a good one, where people can think rationally. Rationally means in proper way, and they can work for the good of our society. So here we stop. Thank you, children. Tomorrow I continue with the next part of the lesson. Thank you.